What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and I am here today, you guys, to do They Couldn't Have Fooled you guys. So, this They Couldn't Have Fooled is going to be me talking about the presidential debate that aired last night on ABC, hosted by David Muir and Lindsay. What is Lindsay's last name? Lindsay Davis. So you guys know presidential debate was between you-know-who and Vice President Kamala Harris, right? It's very interesting because I went into the debate. Here's my thing. Actually, you know what? Before we go ahead and get into it, you guys, do me a solid favor. If you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, do me that solid favor and you guys stop taking me out on this date, having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and also by sharing the video, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let us go ahead and get into this mess, shall we? All right, you guys. So for me, when it comes down to the whole undecided voters, I'm still confused as to how people can be undecided when you have a man who spells out everything, right? He's gonna go after his enemies for political it's gonna be retribution, right? But it's ironic that he wants to go after people who have come after him, but he talks about all these cases are political witch hunts. Well, wouldn't that be the same thing that you would be doing to other people? Exactly. He's a hypocrite, right? So then the fact that he tried to overthrow our democracy by, sending those people to the Capitol on January 6th, wanting Mike Pence to send the votes back right? Then on top of that, you have someone who is in love with dictators. Kim Jong-un, to name a few. Kim Jong-un, Vladimir Putin, Viktor Orban. Like, I don't understand how people are still undecided when it comes to that. Like, I don't get it, but, there are people who said that they're, undecided. So going into this debate, I'm not an undecided voter. I am steadfast and know that I am voting for Kamala Harris. So for me, I do early voting every election cycle. I early vote in October, and I don't wait until the day of the election to vote. Never have, never will, because I feel like there's, so many things that can go wrong on election day, and I refuse to deal with it, right? Now, also what I will say to everybody is make sure that you guys are still, registered to vote. Make sure everything is in line when it comes to voting, right? Because this is a very important election, I will say. The debate. I thought it was, here's the thing, right? Initially, he wanted the debate to be on Fox News, and I'm so glad that Kamala did not agree to go on to Fox News, because Fox News, for me, they would have definitely been going in his favor. Now, they are trying to come out today and say, oh, it was 3 against 1. So they're trying to say it was David and Lindsay versus you-know-who, right, with Kamala Harris. And they're mad because he was getting fact-checked real time about a lot of things, right? And they were like, well, they didn't fact-check her. Well, she didn't tell any lies. Like, there were no lies that came out of her mouth. Every damn thing that he said was a fucking lie. He doubled down on the black jobs once again. And that is just what's getting on my nerves. Like, illegal immigrants come over here and most times do the jobs that we don't want to fucking do. Like, do anybody want to be a housekeeper? I know for damn sure I don't want to be a housekeeper, right? I don't want to work in fast food. But that's because I also have a degree, right? So he doubles down on the black jobs and the Hispanic jobs. It's like, okay, here he go with that shit. Then I was listening to him last night and, well, hello. I almost ran into that son, but hello. Um, so he doubles down on the black jobs and Hispanic jobs, right? Then on top of that, I was listening to this dumb fool talk, and when that fool was talking about there's millions and millions of immigrants coming in, they're pouring into our country. They're coming, some of them are coming from insane asylums and from prisons. I was like, huh? And then I kind of thought about what he was saying. I was like, is this fool literally thinking that when they say people come seeking asylum, that they're coming from an insane asylum? I was like, you've got to be shitting with me. You got to be playing with me. Is that what that man really thinks? So then he also talks about, he kept repeating, like on a loop, the fact that people were coming into this country and, there's millions and millions of people coming into this country every day, right? And also what I will say when it comes to Kamala Harris, she didn't answer. There were some questions that she did not answer. And am I okay with it? Not 100%, but it's better than what he was doing. That man answered not one question that was asked of him, right? They asked him so many questions. I'm looking at I'm actually going to look at my timeline to see what was there, right? But he also talked about, girl, the thing that had me hollering when because I saw it earlier this week. I saw it on Twitter with Elon Musk, right? And I saw Elon tweeted a picture of The Simpsons with Bart and Lisa. You guys know that they had a cat named Snowball 2, right? Snowball 1 and Snowball 2. So they were at Snowball 2's grave. And I was like, what the hell is going on here? And it said Springfield. I was like, huh? Like, what the hell is going on with this shit? So then I was scrolling through social media and I saw JD Vance talking about it. So what they're trying to say is that there are, like, I'm trying to say this and make it make sense, because child, nothing makes sense with this, right? But what they're saying is that Haitians in Springfield, right? I think it's Springfield, Ohio. So they're saying that people out in Springfield, but there is a Springfield, Illinois, right? I think. Neither here nor there. But what they're saying is people out there in Springfield, Haitians more specifically, are taking people's cats and their dogs, and they are eating the people's cats and dogs. I was like, say, what now? This is a joke, right? This has to be a joke. People are, okay. David Muir had to say to him, it's not been reported that people are doing that, right? He said, but it's on the news. And sir, it's not on the news. Like, you're just a moron through and through. So after that, he was rambling. He was rambling, right? So then he started talking about abortion, right? And we all know that abortion is a hot topic. And the interesting thing with him is he says one thing about abortion, but then he backtracks the next day, right? And he's been doing that for like the last week when it comes to abortion. So what he said last night was, and it's the same argument that the Republicans keep talking about, but it keeps getting debunked every single time that they talk about it. So what he's trying to say is that what he's saying is with abortion is that women are getting abortions in the 7th and the 8th month, up until the 9th month. You know, they're having the babies, and the doctors are taking the babies to the side, and they're deciding what to do with them. And Lindsay was like, there is no state where it is legal to have a baby and to quote unquote abort it. That is not abortion. That is called murder, that is unaliving a baby, and that is 100% against the law. You cannot take someone's life. That's, you know, let me back this back, because I know people will probably say, well, it's the same thing with an abortion. It is not. It is not. Also, somebody pointed it on my timeline. Somebody said it perfectly under one of my tweets, that the only time that someone is getting an abortion after the 9th month is a school shooting. I was like, amen, because y'all don't really care about kids like y'all say y'all do. Y'all only care about, I don't even know what y'all care about, because y'all don't care about it. It's not like y'all care, because once the child is here, y'all don't want to do anything to help the mother with that child. Then y'all talk about women who are on, you know, government assistance. Like y'all want to talk about and ridicule women who are on government assistance, and I think that is asinine, right? Don't want to do, you know, the leave, give women leave and stuff and all that kind of stuff. You know, I'm going down a rabbit hole, and I don't want to go down this rabbit hole. But you know, he talked about that, right? What else did that dumb fool talk about? Like, it's a lot of things that he was talking about last night that just was it was a lot of nonsensical things that came out of his mouth. What else did he talk about? I talked about the dogs, the 9th month abortion. Like I said, almost like on cue, he really kept talking about the illegal aliens. The illegal aliens that are getting sex changes in prisons. I was like, what? Does he, you know, I think he just pulls stuff out of his ass, because illegal aliens are getting a sex change in prisons. Okay, sir. I mean, I guess if that's what you think, I don't know where you got that from. Again, I don't know where you got that from, but okay. What else? What else? Oh, the one thing I will say is I like the fact that when Kamala Harris came out, because he wasn't going to greet her, right? She walked up to him, extended her hand, shook his hand, and said, "I'm Kamala Harris." I was like, I know that's right. You better do the damn thing, girl. You better do the damn thing. Now, she was Queen Petty last night, and I was team here for it, right? Oh, I'm trying to make a U-turn. I hope you know that. I'm trying to make a U-turn. I'm not trying to go in that parking lot, but y'all can come on. Like, I'm trying to bust a Yui. What was I? See, I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, I was trying to bust a Yui, bro. Thank you, but thank you. I appreciate you. What was I talking about? Sorry, y'all. I'm driving. And so, Kamala. Oh, she extended her hand. She shook his hand. Queen Petty. That's where I was. Queen Petty. When she talked about his rally size and the fact that people leave because they be so bored, I was like, ooh. And then when she wanted to call him a motherfucker, I was like, come on, Kamala. I wouldn't have been pissed off if she had called him a motherfucker, because that's what I think of him as, is a motherfucker. Like, real shit. I think of him as a motherfucker too. But yeah, you guys. Overall, like I said, I'm not an undecided voter. So to anybody who's undecided, I don't know where you stand now, because he lost that debate. But then he went on to Fox News right after, because for some odd reason I was like, you know what, JB, let's go watch Fox News and see what Fox News has to say about it. Sean Hannity was over there kissing that man's ass, right? Telling him, oh yeah, you did good. Yeah, it was 3 against 1. And sir, you need to pull your shirt down, because I can see your whole ass crack. But yeah, Sean Hannity is telling him he won. He did good with the debate. And, you know, so Kamala wants to do another debate with him. And he's like, well, if she won the debate, then why does she want to debate me again? Like, I'll consider it. So you're contradicting yourself. So if you're considering it, then you didn't, like, why do you think that like, I can't with that man. I can't stand that man. I can't tolerate that man. Also, last night, Taylor Swift came out in support of Kamala Harris. She did it with the photo of her with her cat. I was like, oh, okay. Come on, Taylor. Come on, Taylor. So Kamala has the support of Taylor Swift as well as Beyonce. And who does he have supporting him? Hulk Hogan, Akbar V. Whoa, Vicky. That dumb fool. I was just on Twitter a few minutes ago, and I saw where she had posted that if Camila wins, she leaving the U.S. I was like, girl, goodbye. We don't care about you, right? So you got Whoa, Vicky, Akbar V, Hulk Hogan, Amber Rose's dumbass. Who else? It's somebody else that he got. Oh, damn, what is his name? Can't even think of the damn nigga's name right. Can't even think of his name right now. But he got a singer. He got Kodak Black, all them niggas over there. So you fine. You fine, sir. Oh, you fine. You know what? I don't like when y'all do that kind of shit to me, telling me, so we gonna go ahead and just say, fuck it. It was a good trip, but I don't like when people try to be all pushy and shit. I don't like when people be pushy, so I'm definitely gonna cancel this. But yeah, he got those people. But overall, with the debate, again, I think he lost. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about too. That's what I was going to talk about with him. So I was watching, like I said, I was watching Fox News last night, right? And when I was watching Fox News, I was watching and I saw that Lindsey Graham and Tim Scott brought their asses up, and I was like, you got a coon and you got a closeted, I don't even know if you would say closeted. Actually, they both closeted. Because Tim Scott, sir, just because you married that woman, that beard, people still to clock your tea. Use a sauce. Same with Lindsey Graham. Hey sus. Like, but they were over there just kissing ass and praising him, and it's just like, y'all can't believe the bullshit that's coming out y'all's mouths. Can you? Do you? Nah. You can't tell me that Lindsey Graham and Tim Scott believe the shit that's coming out of their mouth, because it's bullshit and it's lies. Like, it's literally lies. Literally. Also, they were talking about Obamacare, right? And you know, his thing was to replace and repeal Obamacare when he ran in 2016. But he never replaced or repealed Obamacare. And he said he has basically ideas for what to do. It's like, motherfucker, you were president for 4 years. You've been out of office another 4 years, right? So in almost 9 years, you ain't thought of nothing to do when it comes to Obamacare. Yeah, that's a crock of baloney and bullshit, sir. But he knew that. Let's see if there's anything else. Because like I said, I watched the whole entire debate from beginning. Oops, excuse me. I watched it from beginning to end. I honestly feel like I was watching SNL, a skit on SNL, because I was like, this just can't be real. Like, did he prepare for this? Which what I've heard is he doesn't prepare, and you can clearly tell. Like I said, that man was pissed. That face, them faces he was making, she was hitting him, right? She was hitting him. She also, now this is where she didn't talk. One thing that I noticed that she didn't talk about was how we pulled out of Afghanistan, right? She didn't really hit at that, but she did talk about that it was his plan, right? And it absolutely was. If you guys didn't know that, the Afghanistan pullout, that was on him. Now the execution, I don't know if you can't really say that the execution was on him because that was on President Biden. Speaking of President Biden, when she had to tell him, you do know that you're not running up against President Biden, you're running against me, because he kept mentioning President Biden. What is he doing? You know, what does he be at during the day? And I was like, but your fat ass was always on the golf course. Like, pot, please meet the kettle. Like, I thought it was hilarious. He is a colossal joke. She also pointed out, like, how in love he is with the dictators. He also made mention to talk about how he's, he knows Vladimir Putin very well. I was like, that ain't the flex that you think it is, sir. You talking about Vladimir Putin? He wouldn't say what he's talking about the fact that with Ukraine and Russia, that if he is the president-elect, he'll have that war stopped the night of. I'm like, you a lie. Well, you know what? No, he's not lying. Because even Kamala said it. Yeah, he probably will have the war stopped because he'll give Vladimir Putin what he wants. And that is Ukraine. And he also talked about the fact that Vladimir Putin has come out and said that he wants Kamala to be president. Yeah, I don't fall for that bullshit. Vladimir Putin did the same thing when it came to Biden. Vladimir Putin did the same thing with Biden, and you see where that is, right? He ain't getting what he wants from President Biden. So don't listen to the bullshit from him and Vladimir Putin. Russia is trying to interfere in the election, right? Vladimir Putin does not want Kamala Harris as the president. God, these things are so ugly. That is the ugliest car I have ever saw in my life. And I bet you it costs a lot of money too, but it's just ugly as fuck. I don't like, ugh. It looks like like back in the day when, if you have sons or if you're a man, back in the day when you used to play with the Legos. Well, I mean, I know some girls that play with Legos. It looked like that Lego truck. It literally looks like that Lego truck, but it's ugly than a motherfucker. It looked like a goddamn tank. Well, it looked like a tank mixed with, I have no idea, the Cybertruck, you guys. But yeah, you guys, that's really it. If I didn't mention anything that you guys wanted to talk about, feel free to pop down in the comments, you guys, and we can discuss it there. But that's it, you guys. Election day coming up soon. Early voting, I don't know when early voting starts, but let me take a look and see if I can find out when early voting starts. Early voting, I don't know, you guys. When I get to the next light, if it's stopped, I will definitely look it up to see when early voting is. There's a helicopter in the sky. But yeah, early voting, I think it starts, I know it starts next month. I don't know the precise date. Oh God. Off topic real quick, you guys. Because I tweeted this the other night. Y'all know something that kind of irks my spirit these days? Seeing the American flag in people's lawns and stuff. I think that the American flag has been overran by him and his band of idiots, and so it just, seeing it in people's yards, it just gives me the ick. Honestly, it just gives me the ick when I see the American flag in people's yards. I do believe early voting starts next month. I know it starts in October, but I don't know the exact date. But yeah, you guys, go check out and see when voting starts. Make sure that you guys are registered to vote. Make sure that you have everything in line to vote. And honestly, my thing is, when it comes to voting, unless you absolutely have to, please don't wait till the last day, you guys, because that gives them more leeway to fuck shit up, right? Also, I'm gonna take a talking point from Joy from The View when it comes to college students, right? College students, you guys know that they can do an absentee ballot, right? People abroad can do absentee ballots as well. Make sure you guys have all the information at your hands and your disposal, so that way our votes do count, right? Because I hate when people say, oh, it don't matter, our votes don't count. They absolutely do, right? But yeah, you guys, that's really it. Nothing else to talk about when it comes to that debate. I think it was a shit show for him. I still am confused that people are undecided when it comes to him, but it is what it is, you guys. We gonna get out there and we gonna vote, right? As I said, even in 2020, and I'll say it again in 2024, right? I'm not gonna tell anybody who to vote for or how to vote. Vote for your best interest, and honestly, I have a lot of women who watch me. I know that for a fact. My ladies out there. Especially if you are a woman that is in childbearing ages, please don't vote for that man, because voting for him should not align with you. I don't think, especially if you want to have kids. That is all I gotta say. Like the video, you guys. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on your post notifications, and also, you guys, share the video. And until the next time, stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves, you guys. Wash your hands. Be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, you guys.